Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome to Rams Revealed. I'm JB Long. The regular season finale this Sunday at SoFi Stadium. Second meeting of the season with the Arizona Cardinals. Win, and the Rams are in the postseason with double-digit victories. Our guest today joined the team midseason, signed off the Colts practice squad. He's done really well to stabilize the kicking game in LA. 11 of 13 on field goals, including a long of 51 last week in Seattle. He's also been great on extra points and kickoffs. Let's say hello to Rams kicker, Matt Gay. Welcome to the podcast. You doing all right?
Doing good, JB. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
And Happy New Year to you as well. Hey, tough couple of weeks for the team, I know. Losses to the Jets and the Seahawks with the playoff berth on the line. And now personnel losses to deal with too. Jared Goff thumb surgery, Cooper Kupp the COVID list. Can you just give us a general sense, Matt, of how the group's doing as you prepare for Week 17 against some adversity?
Yeah, team's good. Team is, we've put ourselves, the team's done well this year, put ourselves in a position that even after two tough losses, we're still in a position that we can, guarantee some playoff time. And so we know that, we're here every single day, so we know all these guys. So we know who's behind guys like Jared Goff and guys like Henderson that can then step in and play. And so the guys are confident in those guys to step up, and we know that they're players and that they're going to come out and do a good job for us this week.
Have you met everyone yet? Do you think you know every teammate's name?
I'm going to have to say no on that. I don't think I could give you everyone's name. I'm close. I'm just getting close. I mixed up in the game because we have a T Hill and a D Will. And one of them I think D Will made a play in the game. And I was like, wait, let's go T Hill. And everyone was like, that's D Will. And I was like, oh, shoot. All right. So still mixing some people up, but I'm close to getting to know everybody.
They play the same position, too. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough.
What about John Wolford? Have you met him yet? If you cross paths in the hallway, would you know who that is?
Talked to John a little bit. Talked to him earlier this week, just kind of hyped him up and, gave him my best wishes and told him we got his back and that we're behind him. So he's a good dude. He's smart. He knows the offense really well. So full confidence in him to step in and do a good job.
Great. How about on your end, Matt? What does it feel like to be 6 games into your Rams tenure?
Feels good. It felt natural kind of coming in. It was an easy transition with Johnny and Jake. They made the process pretty simple. They've been doing this for a long time, so they're great at their craft and what they do. They're vets, and so they made it easy on me to kind of come in and, say, hey, we're here to help you. And so that was good to have guys like that to, ease you in. And then the team's been great. And then the community's been great to just kind of welcome me in. And, I feel a little settled in.
This may seem like a no-brainer, but in an ideal world, would you like to believe you found a long-term professional home in the NFL in LA?
Yeah, ideally. Everyone wants to kind of feel like they've settled in, kind of found some stability and security. Not just for me, for my family. It's tough to kind of bounce around a little bit. So the wife and the kids would, like to have a place where they can kind of feel settled and stick. I feel like I could, definitely see myself being here for a while.
And you were just telling me you have a wife and a son and a second on the way.
Yep. Wife, 18-month-old. So he's just kind of getting there. And then one more on the way due in June.
Good luck getting your son potty trained before the next one comes along. It's a game changer, as I'm sure you've been hearing throughout the last few months.
With this one, we're going to have some trouble, I think. Just trouble about everything, so.
Hey, you mentioned your counterparts in the kicking game, and I know the operation is just so essential to the success of a kicker. In Jake McQuaide and Johnny Hekker, do you feel like you struck gold in that regard?
Definitely. Johnny Hekker is a guy you hear about in the league as being, one of the best to ever do it, and a 4-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro. He's a guy that, is really good at what he does. And not only that, he's just a good dude, a good person. He's a leader. So, helping me feel settled. And then Jake, you don't hear much about snappers, I feel like, but Jake deserves all the credit in the world. He's been doing this for 10 years at a high level. And they just made it really easy on me, saying, hey, we're here to help you. Whatever we can do to help you, be the best kicker you can be. We're here to do that. So tell us what you like, what you want. And, it was super easy. So, they know exactly what, and they've given me tips to help me out as well. So it's been a super easy transition with them.
What do you know about the backstory of how they recruited you to be their teammate?
I know a little bit. I know Johnny texted me late after one of their games. I think it was the game that Kai got hurt, and I woke up. I was on Eastern time, so I was like, I got it at like 3 a.m. or something like that. And he was just kind of asking me when I could fly out and if I was, good. I felt good, and I think they texted McVay themselves and kind of put their own hands in on that one. And then got my agent involved working on some of the side parts, David Canner, and he did a great job kind of communicating with the GM, Les, and McVay, and was lucky enough to have it all work out and end up here.
That's hilarious that Johnny texted you in the middle of the night. Like, do all NFL specialists have like a Google Doc with contact information shared?
No, so I think he texted Bradley Pinion in Tampa because they knew each other, and then Pinion kind of gave Johnny my number, and that's how it kind of all got connected.
Speaking of Tampa, like, I know how quickly the kicking carousel can spin at the professional level. But after your time in Tampa came to an end at the end of this summer, what was your level of confidence that you would get a second chance? And I don't just mean a practice squad opportunity with the Colts, but like active roster, you're the guy with the Rams.
I felt fully confident that I'd get another shot. It's just a matter of, paying your dues and the right timing, right team to come along. And so, I'd changed some things in the offseason, and I had been hitting the ball really well. Fortunately, it didn't work out in Tampa. And, you say bye there, and then you kind of go off to Indy and take a job you can get. And Indy was great for me. I got a lot of time to kind of work on my craft, to perfect some things and clean up some things. And then, just get really comfortable with my technique and what I'm doing. And then obviously, it worked out to come here, and it was good timing. And I was fully confident in my ability. I know that I can be a kicker in this league and that I can do it at a high level. And so I just knew I had to kind of pay my dues, let God kind of work some things out, and it's all on his timing. And when that opportunity came, just make the most of it.
Well, you have so far as a Ram, certainly. Purely from a kicking standpoint, what do you make of SoFi Stadium? Kind of an indoor-outdoor venue below ground. It's pretty unique.
Very unique. Immaculate. You can't say enough about the stadium. It's unreal. Everything is top of the line, and it's a great place to be, great place to kick. You can get a slight draft that kind of comes in on the top end that kind of sneaks in, but for the most part, it's pretty calm in there. From a kicking standpoint, you can't really ask for much more.
Matt, do you have a fairly strict routine? And if so, would you be willing to kind of walk us through it from the moment that, say, an offense fails on a third down conversion and it's your time? When
defense is on the field, I'm normally just kind of sitting down. If I feel like I'm getting a little tired or loose, and, I'll stretch or, take a little jog. When offense gets up, I will help out Johnny or Jake in any way that I can, help them get ready for a punt scenario or anything like that. And then if we cross the 50, I'm up, I'm hitting some balls into the net, making sure that I'm getting good ball contact. And then, you go third down, you're on the sideline waiting for your number to be called and being ready, and get the first down, you head back to the net and hit a few more, and just kind of wait for the time for the run on the field and hit one.
How about when you are on the field?
Just make sure I approach from behind. I like to come in from deeper to the spot, walk kind of my line forward, and then, pick out a point that I want to hit my spot and behind the posts. And then from there, it's just the full process. That's something I really worked on the off season, was to have a very consistent routine that I go through as far as my walk off, my tempo. And so, that's something I really worked on hard in the off season to get that very consistent and, very repeatable.
Matt, Rams fans remember you hitting from 58 at the Coliseum last year as a rookie against them. Would you like to be able to set a new career long for the Rams? And what is that range where, hey, you wouldn't be at all surprised if you got it through?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm always looking to, increase and get better. And I feel comfortable that I can, hit the longer ones and get an opportunity to do so. I've always felt like I'm comfortable, pretty comfortable 60 and in. getting past that, I mean, kind of depends where you're at conditions wise and things like that. But I feel like I can hit from 60 and farther. So, I mean, if the opportunity came, I mean, I would love to take one of those and, set a new record.
Sure. Yeah. 60 is the number I had in mind. I see you kind of working on that pregame at SoFi, and rightly so. Let's go back in time a bit. And as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, you were primarily a high school soccer player, yes?
Yep.
So how did you get from a U.S. soccer national team residency to winning the Lou Groza Award at Utah as the nation's top college kicker?
So played soccer my whole life. That was my love. That's what I did full time. All through the year, I was on a team, and then in the winter, I was on another team. And my goal, my dream was to play professional soccer. And my senior year in high school, we got a new football coach, and he was like, "Hey, I don't really care if you come to practice or anything like that. Show up for us Friday nights, kicking the games. That's all I care about." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So I showed up Friday nights. I'd kick off, and I hit a few field goals, and got hurt playing football actually in a practice. Had a partial ACL, partial MCL, torn meniscus. So I ended up missing the end of the football season, and then rehabs. I barely got back for my senior year in soccer. Was still like injured kind of halfway through the year there. And then didn't play football at all after that. Kind of got back into soccer shape, and went on to play 2 years of college soccer at Utah Valley. And then I had a mission in between there. I went to Houston. And when I came back from my mission that following year playing soccer, didn't go as planned. I wasn't as fit coming back from my mission as I wanted to be. Wasn't getting much playing time. And someone kind of mentioned that, "Hey, you ever thought about kicking again? I know someone at Utah that can, maybe get you there." And the thought just kind of kept stirring with me over the month. And I just decided to, take a risk and go for it. And so I decided to quit soccer and bought some footballs, went to my high school field and tried to learn taught myself how to kick, got connected with people at Utah. I went to one of their summer specialist camps, which was mostly just high school kids trying to get, looked at. And here I am, a 25-year-old kid, just trying to make a team, and ended up winning the camp. They offered me a walk-on spot. And so I got into fall camp, I think 3 days in after an injury, and then just competed for the starting job. They had a scholarship kid there, Chaden Johnston. They gave him the start, and he came in. He missed his first field goal, and coach came to me and said, "Hey, you got the next one." And kind of started a little bit. I was like, "Oh, geez, all right." I was not planning on this, and ended up going in, and then it worked out all right for me, I guess.
The rest is history, as they say. And as you've now lived this experience, I've kind of come to know it as well. The Utah fraternity is really something else, especially the way they support their players in the pros. And I was exposed to that, through Eric Weddle, through Terrell Burgess, now through you. I'm sure Utah people will find this podcast. Do you care to give a shout out to the Utes first and foremost?
Yeah, U fans, I mean, it's a tough time for U fans right now, going through kind of a little bit of a tragedy with Ty Jordan and his loss. And just want to say, that I'm grateful for you guys and your support and your love, and that we'll get through this just like we get through everything else. And to Ty's family, prayers and thoughts are with you guys right now during this tough time. And just know that, the whole Utah fan base and family is looking out for you guys.
Yeah, that was just a brutal Christmas tragedy to the Utah running back and reigning conference freshman of the year.
Yeah.
On a much lighter, less serious note, pretty cool to be in the same division with Mitch Wisnowski and see him a couple times per year.
Yeah, it'll be good. I stay in touch with Mitch. We were there for 2 years, and, Mitch is a good friend. And so it'll be good to kind of see him. I get to see him once this year. It came in late, but it'll be good to kind of be in the same division and see him every now and again in the same state too. So be able to kind of stay connected with him a little bit. So
final few items. We'll let you get back to your family and your preparation for the Arizona Cardinals in Week 17. Sean McVay joked the first night that you kicked for him in Tampa Bay about your strength, about your physical stature. How much do you bench, more or less than Sean?
Oh, I got to say I bench more than Sean. I've never seen him in the weight room.
Do you know about his 100 push-up in 4-minute challenge?
No, I don't. 100 push-ups in 4 minutes.
Google it when you get home tonight.
All right, I'll have to take a look. Maybe Sean. I know Sean works out, and I know he's in good shape. But I'll take the bench on that one. I think I bench more.
Did you find the best wings in Thousand Oaks / Westlake Village that you were looking for on Twitter?
Not yet. I didn't. I was a little skeptical I think it actually got a little late on me to go out and get him or DoorDash him. I think it was past time by the time I found any, but I got a lot of suggestions. So I'm going to have to test a few of those ones out and see if I can find them. If you got any suggestions on that note too.
Not my neck of the woods, but when you come down to the west side, hit me up. Are we talking boneless or actual wings, by the way?
I'm traditional. Yeah, I'm traditional. Bone in.
And then last thing, clearly you are on Team LeBron, I can tell. Do you want to sing him happy birthday? Go to
I'm not much of a singer.
Okay.
But I'll give the king a shout out. Yeah. You know, in my opinion, he's the GOAT. He's the best to ever do it. To do what he's doing at his age, I mean, for as long as he's been doing it. So happy birthday, Bron. You're the GOAT. I hope you see this. I'm in LA now, so let's kick it.
Are you a bigger NBA fan or soccer fan?
Soccer. Yeah.
Who's your team?
Tottenham Hotspurs. Okay. Yeah.
I think officially the correct answer on this podcast should be Arsenal, but don't quote me on that. I'm out of my depth there. We can edit that out in post.
Rival. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a rivalry right there. But I know that the Rams are with Arsenal, so I'll try.
Matt, good luck to you and the Rams this Sunday against the Cardinals, and hopefully well beyond into the new year.
Thanks, JB. Appreciate it.
Okay, be well. And to our audience, thank you for listening. And once again, Happy New Year to those of you who've taken the time to leave reviews throughout this season. We appreciate you very, very much. Remember, we cannot wait for you to step into the Rams house in the year ahead. There's still time to be among the first to experience SoFi Stadium. To purchase season tickets, visit therams.com/2021. For Matt Gay, for Rudy, for Jamie, who made this podcast possible, I'm JB Long, and this is Rams Review.